Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to talk tonight about growing your vision with Arbonne in 2025. And we have area manager and my bestie, Eden Godfroy, and Dr. Deanna Osborn, Executive National Vice President. And she wanted to really catch up with everyone, specifically those people that came to our event back in December, which was amazing. We had 26 people that came and everyone was super excited. And so we want to get back to some of that excitement. Now that we've gotten through the holidays and we're into the new year, let's cast some vision for 2025. So I'm just so grateful that you guys have joined us, or if you're watching the recording, thank you for taking the time to watch the recording. Um, if you have any questions, please reach out to whoever sent this video to you and or myself, and we are happy to help. So I'm going to pass it off to Eden, and then she can say a little something. All on the up and up, guys.
Yeah.
We just do things. We're excited and we do it. There's no agenda here.
Yeah, we just wanted to have Deanna come on and, because our team is growing and
Mhm.
and the people who are working on our team, the consultants, and those of you who are on here and those who couldn't be on but are watching the recording, we all have a vision to really take it up to and just really level up in 2025. Deanna's going to talk about some of her vision that was poured into her from Arbonne and Maui, some of the changes that they've made to help us to level up. And it's really the perfect storm of things that's happening right now. And I'm just so excited about what's to come and where we're going to be in 12 months. So thank you guys all for hopping on and, join with us in this vision, because this could be the year that really makes a big difference. Like, just where you are now, you could be 180 degrees different. I was going to say 360, but I'm like, no, that's back to the 180, um, to the 180 of where you are now. And, we're just going to be on here for another 20 minutes or so, maybe just sharing. And then, when you guys want to reach back out to us and talk individually and plan out and map out your activity, we want to do that with you. So I want to pass it off to Deanna. Thanks for being on here, Deanna.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So first of all, thank you both for inviting me to be on. And you're absolutely right. Your team is growing just tremendously. You guys have been adding so many new preferred clients and consultants to your team. You've had incredible growth, and this is the time. I mean, I am just back from Maui, and I'm so excited about the direction that we're going and everything that's happening for us as a team and for us as a company. And I did want to share a little bit of that. I've been in Arbonne for over 20 years, you guys. And when I first got involved, I didn't know this was a business. I kind of fell into my lap and I became a district manager. And as I think back to how that happened, it was basically with the qualification numbers that Arbonne just basically reinstated starting January 1st while we were in Maui, and that will go through the entire year. And it's interesting because those were the numbers that I had. And I think back and I think, gosh, I became a district manager without really knowing what a district was or going for it. And it was just on, my personal use of products and then also my recommendation to other people. And so because of that, I ended up promoting. And, right away after promoting a district, Arbonne sent me a check for $600. And you guys, I know that was 20 years ago, but $600 was a lot. I mean, for me, I looked at that and said, I have not done anything to earn this because I didn't know that I had. And, that's a car payment, which was mind blowing to me. I always tell people go to earnings.arbonne.com to see what's typical and all of that on averages and that sort of thing. But that's what happened. And then from there, I caught the vision and I thought, oh my gosh, what if I actually applied myself and put some effort into this? What could I do then? And specifically, I've watched Lisa do this, and she's not spending any more than 15 hours a week building this business. What if I put that in? What could I build? And could I create enough income to be able to go part-time in medicine? And that was my initial goal, you guys. And that's actually what happened. I mean, literally 9 months from the time that I decided I'm doing this, I promoted to regional vice president, was able to go part-time in medicine. And then not long after that, about 5 months later, I promoted to the top level NVP. So effective January 2004, I was when I promoted to national vice president. And at that point, again, just blown away at what is out there and what this company can do for you. For me, that was the point when I actually replaced my income and was able to have options, have choices, things that I didn't maybe have before. So I want to talk tonight about vision, okay? Because I got a really big vision as I was sitting in Maui, and all of a sudden. So again, you think about that time frame, 23, in 2003, 2004. Well, here are all these people lined up being celebrated in Maui, these national vice presidents, because they've been in for 20 years, and a massive number of MVPs who just hit 20. And I'm looking at that and I'm going, those are our 2004, 2005 MVPs. That's the year that just explosion. Well, that's where we are right now. And that's what I want you guys to see, is that there is, in a sense, a perfect storm of things happening in Arbonne right now, and in the world, if you will, like it or not, that basically things that are kind of coming together that are going to support what we do and the mission that we're on. So let's kind of, take a look at what does that mean exactly, or what are those things? And number one, I already, going into Maui, I believed 2025 is going to be Arbonne's biggest year yet. It's going to be Arbonne's biggest year. It's going to be the year that for the first time in the history of this company, we cross the $1 billion mark and become a $1 billion company. And you can say, why do you think that? Why do you believe that? And it was basically because of this conversion of all these things. It was that suddenly everybody in mainstream, they were kind of waking up and going, oh my gosh, did you know that there are chemicals in our food? And here we've been talking about this for the past 12 years, about the importance of eating whole foods that are nutrient dense, that are clean, avoiding the ultra processed foods and getting away from all that stuff, because it is the single cause of chronic disease. When you look at chronic disease in the US, it's dietary. It is caused by all of this chemical burden and ultra processed foods, bad ingredients in our food. And so, we knew that there would be changes there, that people are finally waking up to this, and that it seems that the government is making some changes as well. I know just this month they finally banned, the red dye in foods. And so it's like, okay, here we are. And you guys, you have to know that for the past 5 to 10 years, I have been saying glyphosate will be banned. Glyphosate will be banned. It's not banned yet. It is banned in other countries. And so that's a big part of it. Just knowing, that, okay, this is this mission that we've been on, and this message that we've been, really teaching people and trying to get across to people, has suddenly had mainstream spotlight on it, if you will. And that's big for us. That's really huge. So that's the big reason that I felt, okay, this is it. We're really going to see massive growth. We are in our 45th anniversary. We're 45 years old as a company, which is incredible. And then we get to Maui, and the company announces that they are going to basically reduce the qualification numbers. If you say, why are they doing that? Why would they do that? It has a lot to do with inflation and the fact that, we've had a challenged economy in some respects. And so basically they're looking at, we want growth, and we want our 45th year to be incredible. One of the best ways to do that is with promotions. And that's what we want as a company. And so they reduce those qualifications by 20%. We're not going to go into the details of that tonight. But what I will tell you is there's an incredible opportunity there for you, because those are the numbers that I promoted on. And when I caught wind of what this was, I decided that, I want to build this. I want to put some effort into this. I promoted to area manager with about 8,000 in total team volume. in January of 2000, or no, in January of 2003. Okay. In January, I was a brand new district manager. And then that's the year that I grew massively and promoted to nation by the end of the year. So I want you to think about that for a minute, starting the year at 2000 or starting the year at 8,000 in volume. Okay, which sounds like a lot. That's obviously not what we pay for it. Okay, but retail sales, retail volume, 8,000, and ending that year at about 245,000 in volume. The growth that you know over the course of that year. But that's what I experienced. That's what happened for me. Again, go to earnings.arbonne.com. But it was with these numbers, okay, which are, you know, they're just numbers that make sense, okay, and that are easier to move through. So I'm excited from that standpoint, you guys. And what I want you to know is that there is an opportunity here. If you love the products or you love the mission, you know, what we're all about, you know, then absolutely consider jumping in. I talked to so many of you in Florida, and you were, you know, not only interested in using the products and getting healthy from a product standpoint, but you also were, you know, maybe somewhat curious, interested in the business. You know, what we do in this business is super simple, you guys. We basically just share Arbonne with people. We tell them why we're different as a company. We're different because we're on a mission to help people get healthy. We're on a mission to make you healthy. We are on a mission to, you know, to do what's right as well. And so what you see is a company that basically has, you know, well over 2,000 ingredients that are on their not allowed list. A company that it puts people on the planet before profits, and that it wants a win-win for everybody. Of course, our company wants to win, but they want us to win too. And I think that's just such a powerful thing. Whenever you can get a win-win, or a win-win-win is even better. And that's really what we're looking at. And so, you know, as we, you know, think about, you know, what do we do as you know, independent consultants, we share what's different about Arbonne. We let people try products. We invite them to join us. It's that simple. Okay. I think that oftentimes people complicate it. They just complicate it. If you said, well, what would you want to know, you know, as far as building a business? I would want to know how much time is it going to take me? And I'm telling you right now, you know, absolutely 10 to 15 hours a week, you can build a solid business. Okay. How much time is it going to take me? What is it going to cost me financially? Well, there's no investment. You know, you basically just upgrade to independent consultant if you're already a preferred client, or you register as an independent consultant, which is currently $65. Okay. That's an incredible deal. Okay. You get an entire website, you get a tremendous amount of support, training, so on and so forth. And it's just for the whole year. It's not even per month. It's just $65 for the whole year. So, you know, you get all of that. And so I would want to know, you know, how much time is this going to take? What is it going to cost? And then I would want to know how am I going to do this? What does that look like? And basically we have a super simple system. Okay. Systems allow ordinary people to get extraordinary results. You guys, that's what I did. I followed a simple system. We don't need to complicate it. We just need to basically follow the system. And so what is the system? Basically just getting in front of 40 people a month and sharing Arbonne. Okay. It's easiest to do that with group presentations. Sometimes we do that through things like this, but basically we just share. I mean, there are always opportunities to share Arbonne with people. And you don't even have to be the one sharing it. You can use Lisa Voorhees. You can use, you know, just a variety of things, but I want you to see what this could mean for you personally, what this could mean for your family. Arbonne, our past president, Rita Davenport, used to say money isn't everything, but it's right up there with oxygen. And, you know, we'd all laugh and chuckle and whatever. She also would say things like prepare for impact, because you don't know when impact is coming. And you guys, I've had impact hit in my life in a big way. And I am so thankful that I built my Arbonne business when I did, because it's been there. It's been stable. It's been one of the most stable things in my life has been my Arbonne business. And I am so thankful for that. So she would say things like that. And then she also would say, the first time I ever heard this, it hit me. So I'm going to share it with you. And one of the things she said was, if you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? Okay, so stop and think about that. Where will you be in 5 years? And then she would say, the best way to know where you'll be in 5 years is to look back at the last 5 years. All right. And if you feel like, okay, I don't like that, I don't like what I see. Okay, guys, sorry, hold on a second. Hey, Poppy, Buck Mason, stop. I got two little dogs that just slipped in. All right. So the best way to tell where you're going to be is to look back at the last 5 years. And if you don't like what you see, you have to change something. You've got to do something different to be able to make a difference and to be able to get where you want to go. When Rita Davenport said that, you guys, it impacted me so deeply because I was at a place in medicine where they kept cutting reimbursements. I worked in the state of Tennessee at the time. And I can remember thinking, oh my gosh, I work harder every single year for less money because of the reimbursement cuts. And I kept thinking, well, if I just keep working harder to make the same amount of money, that's actually a pay cut every year. And I don't think it's not sustainable. I saw that it was not sustainable. Eden, I'm going to grab the pups real quick here. I'm so sorry. Let me get them out of the room. Okay.
That's
I'll be
okay.
right back. Hold on.
Fuck Mason.
Fuck Mason. Come on.
Well, I just want to, when she said, and hopefully you can still hear me even if I freeze. When she said people overcomplicate it, this is my 18-year-old son. He had two friends over yesterday. We made almond bark, and I talked to them about what makes Arbonne different. Protein bark. And they tried it. They loved it. They tried the fizz. They loved it. We talked about the products and why it's important. We talked a little bit about the business. Super, super simple. And then I went out on a date with my husband, and he hung out with his friends. Again, it's not super complicated. It's just about being consistent and sharing what you're using and loving with other people.
Yes.
So get back to you,
yes.
Deanna.
Thank you so much, Eden. You're absolutely right. So we keep it simple. We just have a simple system that you follow. You do it X amount of times, just sharing products with people, sharing the business with people, inviting them to get involved, and they get involved wherever they see themselves fitting in. And we're happy for that, whether they just want to buy some products or they want to get, products at a discount as a preferred client, or they want to actually register as an independent consultant and build a business so that they can earn an income and make a difference from that standpoint. You guys, what I will tell you is that this has been one of the most impactful things in my life. Okay. It has made such a difference, not just for me. Okay. But this has made such a difference for my children, such a difference for my community, such a difference for the school that I graduated from, such a difference for so many things that I've been passionate about. It's allowed me to make a difference in areas of life or things in life that matter to me and that I've wanted to contribute to or whatever. And so you guys, again, we follow a simple system. There is something here. And if you said, well, who is this for? It's for anybody and everybody who is willing to step out and say, you know what, I see something here. And, I want to make this work. I can remember, for me, one of the most powerful things was reading an Arbonne story of somebody who I felt like was just like me. And I remember reading this story and thinking, if this person can do this, I know that I can do it too. If this worked for her, I know that it will work for me. And I promise you that there is a story of somebody who's at the top of this company who is just like you. Okay, they've got the same story, the same background, the same profession, the same education, the same, whatever it is, it's there. Okay, it's there. And that is a very powerful thing. It's sort of like when the first person who broke the 4-minute mile running, that pace. And then, the very next year, how many people broke it? Well, they didn't know it was possible prior to that. But once they knew it was possible, then they knew that they could do it too. If that person can do it, I can do it too. And then there were a lot of people who broke that record. So that's where we are with Arbonne. And it's an exciting time. I don't want you to miss it. The growth is incredible. Okay. This is going to be a banner year for us. And I absolutely know that's going to be the case. And sometimes people jump in right at that time and they just end up, being blessed beyond belief and having this great big growing business that is going to be, again, it becomes an asset at the area manager level. You can will that business to your heirs. And I've personally watched numerous people, national vice presidents who maybe have become ill, they've passed away, whatever. And I've watched their business change hands to their heirs, which is incredible. That is absolutely amazing because in medicine, if I stop working, there's no paycheck 2 weeks later, nothing. There's nothing going to my heirs. I've built nothing. But with Arbonne, I have built an asset. I have built something that I can pass on. And again, I want that for everybody on the call. If you were in Florida with us, you guys, I'm itching to get down there again. I actually started looking at February dates. Didn't tell you that, Sarah. But I was just like, okay, well, I could, zip down there again because I had such a good time with you guys. And I know that you had great interest, not just in getting healthy, but you had interest in the business too. And I think that area is just ripe right now for growing a business, as are so many areas in the country and in other countries. So with that, I'm just hoping you guys will jump in and know that we've got the train tracks or the system in place for you to follow. Eden or Sarah, is there anything in particular that you want me to touch on or want me to share kind of in the final moments that we have?
Can you just share for just a minute a little bit about time leveraging? Because I wanted to share with people, what makes Arbonne so special and why network marketing makes so much sense. And if you're on here just because you love the products and you decide, like, look, I'm just going to use the products. But if you find that you're using the products and then people are asking you, what are you drinking or what are you doing? Or you're loving them and you're telling people about them, that's a great reason to build a business. And the other piece of the business, I always think about you, Deanna. You started your business basically in September and you were working a certain amount of hours. But then by the following June, you were working the same amount of hours, but your paycheck was different. So can you share for just a second a little bit about that and time leveraging?
Yeah, I love that, Eden. Great point. So time leveraging, you guys, is this phenomenal concept of exponential time. We all have the same amount of time. And you hear me talk about 10 to 15 hours a week, and I'm talking about building what ultimately is a multi-million-dollar business in a consistent 10 to 15 hours a week. So it's basically, I'm going to put in 10 to 15 hours a week, but then when I sponsor Eden, Eden's going to put in 10 to 15 hours a week. Sarah's going to put in 10 to 15 hours a week. And the way the compensation works is as you grow your team, you're getting paid on that work too, to some degree. And, we'll talk about comp plan, all that at another time, but basically that's what happens. And so, it's the whole idea of, instead of me doing 100% of the work, it's 100 people each doing 1% of the work. Okay. So we're all putting in a certain amount of time. And I love the fact that, I could, like, even right now, here I am, I'm talking to you guys. Okay. But there's another group. There are other groups all over the country that are doing presentations. Okay. And growing this business and talking to other people. And that's going to be part of ultimately of my business or even of my paycheck. So that's that whole time leveraging concept. Recently I was in Maui, of course, for the Arbonne meeting. 10 days prior to that, I spent 10 days with my family on the beach, in Paia. So I actually was in Maui for about 17 days, you guys. And so anyway, I was there, and the gal who rented the Airbnb to us happened to be on my Arbonne team at one point. I had no idea. Okay. There's no connection, nothing, just oh, by the way, she's saying she used to be in Arbonne, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, well, who were you under? Oh, it ended up being under Jill Bush's team. Jill Bush is part of my team. And so she's like, oh, that's why you look so familiar to me. And so that's it, it's crazy to think that, you guys. That's part of time leveraging. And there'll be a point at which you will not know everybody in your business or, as part of your team, but you'll still continue to see that growth and that development and be able to earn from that as well. So it's a very powerful concept.
That's awesome. And, what people don't understand is you're putting in that amount of time at the beginning, but then once you're building a team and helping them earn income, you're working the same amount of hours, but your paycheck starts to go up. And all of us who are employees here, that doesn't happen at a job. It doesn't matter how many hours you work, you get the same amount unless you happen to get a raise. And then you have that for a little bit longer. But I love this concept for people. It's the average person can build networks, and the average person, they used to call it the poor man's franchise, right? Is network marketing. It's because you didn't have to have a lot to invest, but you have all this opportunity. It's low risk, but high reward if you put in the effort and you're consistent. That's the biggest thing is the consistency. So, I have a couple more things to share, but Deanna, I know you might have to hop off. So anything else you want to share, and I can share a couple more after you go.
Yeah, no, I just want to encourage you. I always say, if you're even 2% interested, ask all of the questions that you have. We will get you answer. We'll answer them, or we'll get you answers. And we would love for you to join. It's a great time to be building an Arbonne business. There are incredible, tax benefits that go along with it as well. I mean, there's just so many wonderful things associated with it. And we would love for you to join us. We're growing a very large organization right now. And, we're going to see some great things happening because of that. So thanks for inviting me, Sarah. Thanks for inviting me, Eden. And I'll hop off and let you guys finish up. Okay.
Thank you, Dee.
Thank you. Bye, Kantra.
The community is amazing as well, helping and supporting. But I just wanted to reiterate a couple of things, and I do want to wrap it up because we want to honor your time. But Deanna was making me think about things like talking about health and wellness and how people, people want to be healthier and well. There's 4 factors to look at in regard to joining a network marketing business. And Arbonne covers all 4 of those factors in a beautiful way. The first one is timing and trends. Everybody wants to be healthier and well more than ever. And we sell health and wellness products, right? We're selling something that can help someone get healthier. So we've got clients running around because people need us. And 2, we have marketplace. When you look at marketplace demand, you look at, well, I have these great products, but who's my market? Everybody, you guys. Our products are we have products for infants all the way to adults, women and men, everybody in between the age, right? So we have something for everyone. A lot of times when people start their businesses, people will buy stuff for their children. Our baby care line is amazing, and they wouldn't buy stuff for themselves. But once they learned about what the products had in them, the ingredients, they were like, oh, I got to get using these things too. So that's incredible. The third thing is the products are consumable. What Deanna was talking about too is she's on vacation for 2 weeks. She's earning income because all of us are working our businesses and we're sharing and we're making commissions on our sales. But Arbonne pays her a paycheck on her whole team's sales. By the way, I always love to add this. The person above you doesn't always sign you up, doesn't always necessarily make more money than you do. They have to work their business too. I passed the person who signed me up. She doesn't work her business enough. I get paid more than she does. And she can come back in and work it again and make more money, but she has to work her own. Again, that's another conversation. If you want to see the numbers and the comp plan, we can explain all that to you, but we just want you to know that it's fair and you have to do your own business. But the beauty is you start to work the same hours and earn more income. That's amazing. And that's that time leveraging piece, which is the 4th piece to look at. It's such a smart business plan. And this is why we have so many amazing people who join Arbonne. We've got doctors, lawyers, estheticians, teachers, naturopaths, stay-at-home moms, but everyone who joins, I always say, welcome, you're a smart cookie. It makes such a difference in your life to be part of a great business like this. And I encourage people, learn from it, but ask someone who is successful at network marketing about network marketing. Don't ask someone who quit after 3 months. They don't know anything. Ask someone who's been in it for 5 years and is earning a great income. So last thing, I saw someone post today online that she said, it was a Facebook message, and she said, "Hey, I'm looking for a way to earn money online. Can somebody give me a heads up?" And I was like, so I posted underneath, I said, "I'm going to private message you." And I did. And she said, because you don't talk about your stuff online. I didn't go like, Arbonne, blah, 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 Arbonne, Arbonne, Arbonne. I private messaged her and I said, "I'm partnering with a company that I love. I'd love to share a little bit. Can I send you some information?" And she said, "Great. Yeah." And she goes, "But I don't know if I can use products. I'm trying to get pregnant." And I was like, "Oh, well, that's amazing." Because our products are clean and healthy products that you should be using if you're trying to get pregnant, business or not. And she was like, "Really?" So I was able to send her some information and show her a woman who's currently on her third baby while using all the products. Sorry, making her third baby. No, not making, growing her third baby. Sorry, earmuffs. And the healthy products are helping her to be her best self and able to do all the things she wants to do as a mom, have babies, all that. Like, we are just so congruent with everything that people need. And I love, love, love that. So I can go on and on. I want to honor your time. Sarah, anything you want to say before we go and wrap it all up for us?
Yeah, just really quickly, thank you guys for being on here and for taking time out of your evenings. Um, Sunday night blues, I used to get them all the time when I used to teach. I'd have to go back to work on Monday, and so Sunday night was never fun. Now I get to do stuff like this on Sunday nights, and I look forward to it. So I just have a question that I'll leave you with, and you can think about this. If you keep doing what you're doing, what will it look like for you in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years? And if you like what it looks like, then you're on the right track. But if it doesn't, I've made it my mission, and I know that Eden has, and Sherry, and Kara, and Claudia is on here, and Jen. We have made it our mission to help other people see what the possibilities are for their life and to live their best life right now and to start making decisions to do that. And we would just love to partner with you and make great things happen, change some lives. So thank you guys for being on here tonight. We love you. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Great job, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on, everybody. Good night.